What is up, everyone? My name is Roman Hakim. Welcome back to our podcast. This is the Kenlah podcast, and today we might be talking about a few things today. So, I'm sure everyone have heard by now. It's kind of old news, if they can recount, in internet days, it is an old news. The submersible, the what is it called? Titan submersible. The submersible, the to tour the Titanic, sink down, disappeared, and finally we got to know that it crushed, it implodes. Imagine like a tin can, drinking can. It got crushed. Scary stuff. Um, anyway, so it got me thinking. This incident got me thinking, like, um, when you have that loads of money, you kind of tend to like spend it on ridiculous stuff like that. I mean, come on, why, why? I mean, some for people like me and probably people like you don't want to go see Titanic with your own eyes. I mean, I don't. I mean, sure, the idea of of getting into the sea with a submersible seems kind of interesting. Submarine, right? But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like very just to go see Titanic. I mean, that thing's been there for like what, like 100 years right now. I know, I'm not sure, but yeah. Seriously though, like why? And this is not the first time you heard about rich people spending ridiculous money for ridiculous things. Anyway, before we go further, I like to say that this program is brought to you by Kenlah.com. So Kenlah.com is a one-stop place for your services. So it is a place for people to do freelance. If you're in Malaysia, come join us as a seller, and you will become the boss of your own business. Start your own freelance service, whatever you want to sell, whatever service you want to market. You're doing graphic design, illustration, you're an expert that people can go to consult with, like law, finance, or whatever. Um, there's like 300 subcategories in our website, so don't be shy to join us, because you definitely have a place with us. Join us and join us for free. The registration is free, and you can get 100% of your revenue, which means that whatever you charge your customer with, you can get 100% of that money. Join now. Okay? Alright. So, let's review the thing about that submersible. So, yeah, and it happened on 18th June. So about so today is 28th, so been a long it's been a long time, if in internet time. Anyway, so this is the the submersible, right? The submarine, I think it's technically called submersible. So it's kind of crazy, actually. If you watch the CEO of the Titan submersible, you know what I feel like when watching him. It's like watching real life Michael Scott from The Office. Michael Scott, he keeps saying stupid shit, stupid stuff, and you know, he kind of speak like that. Um, Michael Scott.
Help me. I need help right now.
Michael, what's wrong?
I'm hurt. I have hurt myself.
I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. And since I don't...
Wait, so so Michael Scott is like a I'm not sure how to call it. I mean I don't want to disrespect their dad, but Michael Scott is a very ridiculous
The Fundamentals of Business
man.
by Michael Scott. Over 1 billion sold.
I don't want to find the clip, but just just so you know that. Yeah, I mean, just watch the.
So listen, Michael, your branch has been doing great lately, and your sales staff is reporting very strong numbers, outperforming last year, in fact. And I don't know exactly.
In this scene, he's negotiating about. I don't know what. Oh no, he's not negotiating. David, his boss is asking how he runs a successful office business, and he kind of stumbles he kind of like BS through his sentence. And when I watch the CEO, it kind of feel like Michael. And the CEO feels like a really arrogant at times, and Michael Scott can be very arrogant. So yeah, it does. They do feel similar.
Cool story. If you ever wanted to visit the wreck of the Titanic, well, your opportunity is coming. Tourists will be able to participate in the first submersible expedition to the Titanic since 2005. The expedition departing from St. John's, Newfoundland. Tourists will be joined by a special team of experts as well. Here to talk a little bit.
Whoa, look at oh yeah, it's very criminal. Like holy shit, it's very crammed. I mean, and then the ticket for this, the price is like what, like $250,000? Like holy crap. Like why? Like why? And it wasn't even built properly. There's like no safety. What it's like a minimal safety features. And I mean, come on, this. I mean, I'm talking about the clients here. You have millions of dollars, man. Like, why would you want to spend for this? I mean, I don't know, man. If I have a billion dollars, man, what I do for fun. At least the most boring stuff that I will do, just make a gaming room, or buy figurines, all those nerdy stuff, all those geeky stuff, or I mean traveling around the world is more interesting, I think, than going to the Titanic and seeing all those wreckages. Like why though? Like you can go to YouTube and you can find footage of the Titanic instead of seeing it in person. I mean, oh man, I don't know, man. Rich people just think differently, I guess.
But more about how this is going to play out in Seattle. Stockton Rush. Mr. Rush, thanks for this today.
Oh, pleasure to be here.
So I know the last visit to this site here was, many, many years ago. Why has it taken so long for something like this to come about? Because as you know, there's a lot of interest even to this day in the Titanic.
Yes, I don't think many people appreciate there are only 4 manned submersibles that can get to the depth of the Titanic. In the past, travelers would go using the Russian Mir submersibles, which have been placed in storage for the last several years. So it's very rare. More people have been to space than have been to even the depth of the Titanic.
Let me ask you about these tours. Walk us through sort of the mechanics, how they're going to work.
Yes, so sort of don't like the term tours. This is really about exploration. It's an expedition to survey the wreck and we have a number of individuals that can.
It's an expedition, man. The way he describes it, man, I don't know. Very high and mighty. But I mean, to be fair, he's trying to sell something, right? He's trying to sell the experience. So it's kind of understandable. He used all these marketing words. But come on, man. The more I hear this man talks, the more I don't want to go there. Like, just listening him to how he
When
builds
the
this stuff, man.
sub imploded, it probably happened so quickly that the people inside weren't even aware of it. And this is
Yeah. Some people say that dying inside the submersible is the best way to die compared to how our death will be, you know. Because when the submersible implodes, it crash so fast that some people, some experts said that they don't even know they're already dead. You know, it's that quick. They don't even experience pain because it's just whoosh, explode. Oh, sorry, not explode. It implodes. Yeah, it might look something like this, but I think it's much more. The damage is much more significant, I think, because I don't think they found the whole what do you call it, wreckage. I think they only found bits and pieces of it. So yeah, just imagine this like a drinking can, right? Like a Coca-Cola drinking can, and when you finished it, you crushed it. Yeah, this thing. I think I've heard that it was built with what do you call it? Carbon fiber. Yeah, carbon fiber, and this man, the CEO, is so adamant on cutting costs. Allegedly, he bought a carbon fiber that is at its last shelf life. Ya, kira macam apa, besi tu dah nak expired lah. Kata lain ni kan. So yeah, the submersible is all. Oh no, sorry. The material is they cut. I don't want to say they. He cut costs a lot of things because he employed a lot of workers, right? Who to build this thing, and I think one engineers voiced their concern about this submersible, about the safety of the submersible, right? In one of the meetings, the engineer he hired, the engineer said about how this could be potentially dangerous, what could happen and everything, and this guy fired him. Like after the meeting, he fired him, and he always spout about how they don't concern about safety because it gets in the way of innovation. I mean, like, man, breaking the rules is like, for innovation, yeah, a lot of time you need to break rules, but never safety, man, never safety. Always think about safety. So for people who listening to this, whatever you do, just think about the safety of your safety. Let's say you want to work, you want to do woodwork, you want to do whatever, just driving, just doing daily stuff. Think about your safety because how sometimes all this, this tough man, this alpha man, say about. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, this alpha men that keep appearing on internet. Like Andrew Tate and whatnot, the alpha wolf or whatever. This guy is the one of the embodiment, I would say, of this alpha, this alpha man. Uh, you know, he wants to do it. He, have a very like skewed vision of masculinity and whatnot, and I mean, oh man, he didn't. He neglects the safety, and now he's dead. He's dead with the four other passengers. Four, I think. Four other passengers. He's the fifth one, I think. Yeah, he's the one who's driving. He's the one who drive the submersible. So, yeah, scary stuff. Speaking about these things, right? I want to hear what he.
I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium. There's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did. It's picking the rules that you.
Yeah, breaking the rules. Like what? You know, I mean, not about. I mean, you want to broke safety, man. Broke safety, like, I don't know, maybe your software or something, like, or UI or user interface, right? Like, man, don't play with safety, man. What the hell? Come on, dude. Man, listening to this man is like very cringe. You remember by the rules you break. I mean, what? Like, yeah, broke rules, man, but don't broke the safety rules. There's the reason why people don't do it, right? I mean, it's like, it's like, touching, you cooking something, right? And then you touch the hot stuff. The rules is to not touch, and then you learn that the rules of this universe is to not touch hot stuff because it's painful, right? But this freaking guy, it's like he's saying like, yeah, let's keep touching the hot pot. I don't know if that makes sense or what, but it's like, I mean, come on, the reason why it's a rule. I mean, you could say that there's two types of rule, right? I mean, I'm just kind of just talking. I'm just kind of just saying this unscientifically. There's two types of rules. So the first rule is, yeah, the one you can break, like creativity, right? Like making music or something. Like for example, the music jazz, right? The genre jazz. The jazz genre was created, was invented, I would say, because they broke the rules of the classical music, right? So yeah, that's the rule that you can break, but there are rules that you don't break because it's just there. It's just the raw rules of the universe, right? Um, don't throw your eggs because it will break. Don't jump into lava because you will die. Those rules, right? You don't go live in don't go live in what is that nuclear place in Russia? Yeah, that place. Man, I forgot what I forgot what in Russia is called. Wait, let me find it first. Russia. What was it called? Oh, Chernobyl. What the hell? I forgot. Yeah, the Chernobyl. You don't live in Chernobyl because you don't live in Fukuoka because the rules is that it's too radioactive, so you don't live there. So that's the rule you don't break because it's just is, right? It's not the rules they made because to like shape something, right? like I said, like the rules that you can break is mostly is rules that you want to shape something. From I think, like the example I give, the rules of classical music, right? The rules are there so that it is tangible to define what makes a classical music. So when the rules breaks, so it becomes something new. It becomes jazz, right? But the rules you don't break because it just doesn't work, man. I mean, whatever rule, whenever you broke the rules, you're just kind of, dead, man. I mean, come on. Let's say whatever political views or whatever political ideology we're living, right? Murder is still a murder, right? You can't break that rule. Whatever, like, if you're communist, if you're capitalist or whatever, if you're left, right, or centrist, whatever, murder is murder, right? So you still need to get punished by that. I mean, murder in cold. I'm talking about like murder in cold blood, right? It's like, yeah, that type of murder you still need to be punished, right? Whatever political ideology you live in, so you can't break that rule. So yeah, don't break the rules, man. When it comes to safety, uh, yeah, it's just physics, right? You don't use titanium and whatever he talks about because it's proven scientifically that those things just don't work as a submersible material. Like, oh, I don't know, man.
Break that are the ones that will add value to others and add value to society. And that really, to me, is about innovation. It's not invention. Innovation is when you take an invention and you make it, accepted broadly. And maybe think of ocean exploration the way everybody thinks of space exploration. Because this is where we're going to find the strange new life forms. And the future of mankind is underwater. It's not on Mars. We're not going to have a base on Mars or the moon. We'll try, we'll waste a lot of money. We will have a base underwater.
He's a real life Michael Scott, man. He's a real life Michael Scott. So anyway, it's a ridiculous purchase, to go down there. Like, seriously, why? Let's look at what ridiculous things that stupid things. Seriously though, like, come on, man, why? I'm not gonna push accept any oversized house. I mean, I don't know, man. If they have money, why not? Yacht, yeah, yacht. Why buy yacht though? Like, seriously, like when you buy these things, right? You need to maintain it. You need to like clean it every time. I mean, you do you realize how fast things can get dirty when you're in the ocean? Like, seriously, like, it's not like a car, right? Like maintenance. Let's talk about maintenance, right? When in yacht, freak it. I just like when you buy a car, right? Car is like, yeah, you need to buy when things go wrong. You need to maybe buy spare parts and whatnot. Engine, but cars are like mass produced, right? So it's easy to find spare part, but yacht, man, like, holy, like, it's a very niche thing that people buy. So the market for spare part, I would imagine, is very high. Like, there's not a lot of people who sell spare parts for yacht. So to maintain it, oh man, it's gonna be costly. and depends on the size, right? Man, you gotta use those. You're gonna pay a lot of things to maintain it. Like, man, I don't. If I have $1 million yacht, is the last. It's probably the very low on my list to things to buy. Island, why not? If you do have the money, if you have the money. Expensive cars, yeah, private clubs. Yeah, private clubs. Like, what the heck? Oh man, I guess I don't see myself an introvert, but um, you cannot pay me to go to the clubs. Like, seriously, I don't know what's so fun about it. I mean, if you wanna go karaoke or what else, bowling, those things. Those things are fun, right? To be with people, but clubs, it's like you're just sitting there drinking, like I guess talking and dancing, like what? Come on, it's not fun for me at least. Um. Oh yeah, talking about private clubs, I used to work at uh, as a technician for train station, and a lot of that people there like to go to clubs. Kaki club in Malay, what do you call it? And they always try to like invite me to go there with them. But the way they describe it just made me don't want to go there, man. It's like like go there just drinking, eating, like why not just do it at a restaurant, right? Or go dancing, go meet girls. I mean, if I want to meet girls, I probably don't want to meet them at a club. uh, I would rather set up a date, man. If I want to go see a girl, like why club? Man, I don't like loud music with a lot of people around me. I love loud music, but at the comfort of my home, not go to clubs. Stuff and personal chef, okay, I guess. Plastic surgery, if they don't like their face, why not? Why not? It's for plastic surgery. But I don't want to see that. I don't want to. Oh, the bullshit, bro. Guinea pig armor. Come on. Why not? Why the hell not? 24,300. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, if my if my guinea pig left to wear armor, he's gonna get an armor, man. What are some dumb things that buy? Oh, you know what? Reddit. When it comes to these things, I think Reddit is the. Yeah, cars and boats. It's a depreciating asset. That's true. Like, you buy a lot of cars and you buy a lot of boat. No, not you. These rich people buy a lot of boats, and these things don't go up. Their value doesn't go up. And you're wondering how did they get rich in the first place? But I mean, if their hobby is buying cars, I would understand, right? It's like, yeah, I like collecting figures, so I could see people with a lot of money collecting cars because they don't really care about the value goes down. They just like owning those cars, right? But I think some people really just buy it because they just can, and and then they don't value those cars. So really wasteful, man. Rolex watch. Exotic animals. That's true. Exotic animals. Like like seriously, why though? Why the exotic animals? There are so many animals that needs to be adopted, and they want exotic animals. I mean, yeah, I guess I could see the temptation of owning an exotic animals, but why though? Like you have to feed them, you have to take care of their shit. I mean, literally, like taking care of their like shit, their poop. Like what? 50-second trip to outer space. That's true. That's true. I mean, instead of going to trip, why don't they invest in outer space? I don't want to. It's not business, right? Invest in outer space research, right? But I guess that's. I mean, they don't get to enjoy the benefit, right? If they invest in those research. So yeah, greed. I would say greed, right? NFT, man, NFT, well, dude, NFT and crypto, like, damn, man, like, um, it's a money pumping scheme, right? This NFT and cryptocurrency. I mean, some rich people, I would say, these devious rich people use it to pump and dump, yeah, pump and dump money. I think Elon Musk did it. But just a few rich people who actually gets a profit over this, right? The NFT and crypto. But you see a lot of rich people who didn't get anything from their NFT and crypto investment, and like you're wondering, like, how do they get tricked by these things? I mean, people who are desperate, maybe I could see why they get tricked by this. I mean, just look at MLM and pyramid scheme, right? A lot of desperate people got tricked into investing into those ventures. But rich people, man, they're supposed to be good with money, right? Like, how did they get tricked by this? Like seriously, like what? Why? How did they get tricked by this? Man. 24 things rich people buy. Bought panda. Solution for poor people. Yeah, these things is rich people have been doing it for a long time. I mean, come on, I mean, if you like have been living or just know the poor people area, right? And sometimes there's just that one guy or that one family who is very rich and they live nearby, but at the same time very isolated from them. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but let's say there's a rural area, right? Like a rural village, right? And if you go deeper in that village, you sometimes find rich people who live there in isolation. I mean, I know in Bangi, yeah. My someone I knew, my acquaintance, live in a, I would say, middle class, right? Middle class residence. I mean, if this is, I'm talking the house. I'm talking about like 2 decades or 10 to 10 decades um in the past, when they are when their parents bought the house. So yeah, it's a middle class residence. But if you go just like deeper and deeper, you can find rich people's house, and they're pretty isolated from this middle class, right? So, man, where's the like? I want to find something that actually rich people think stupid people things that rich people stupid things that rich people buy. Okay, BuzzFeed. I'll click on it. What things have you seen? A woman who owns a small private jet business told me one time someone paid them to fly their dog by itself. Yeah, yeah, I could see people do this. Rich people do this. I mean, to be fair, you know, it is something they do for the pet they love. So, it's kind of sweet. I mean, it's stupid, but it's sweet. Do something for the things they love, for the pet they love. I remember a rich person asking me to pet sit their cat. There were a lot of TVs in almost every room. The weirdest was in the bathroom. Sorry, the cat's bathroom. Yeah. I mean, rich people's pet, man. They they're spoiled. So you buy a shadow yacht to store your toys and house. So they buy a yacht. So they bought 2 yachts. But like, it's ridiculous, man. They buy 2 yachts. So I want to understand this. So they bought 2 yachts. So 1 yacht is the what they call true yacht. So something bit me. So they bought so they brought a nice yacht. So they don't want anyone to like dirty it. So they bought another yacht for the crew to follow the true yacht. Like, dang. $100,000 toilet. What? That's ridiculous, man. 100,000 toilet. I mean, probably decent.
There's only so many zeros in your bank account before you start buying incredibly dumb stuff that costs insane in today's world, be it through surfing the web or using them to call a $15 million iPhone.
What? iPhone is already expensive and they bought a 50 million iPhone? A diamond iPhone? Like here's the thing, right? Like I mean, there's so many things like this, right? Like you take normal stuff like phone or whatever, right? Like like maybe ball, yeah, ball, ball, basketball, soccer balls, football, and then they coat it with diamonds and gold or whatever, those valuable things, and they jack up the price. I never understand why people so like invested in this stuff. Like seriously, it's just coding, right? It's not like they built specifically. It's not like they built 100% with diamonds. It's not like the main materials. It's just like coding, right? I mean, take for example the gold leaf. Food, right? The food people put gold leaf. Like seriously, it's not cooked with gold. It's just putting gold on the top of the food. And apparently those things don't taste like anything. It doesn't have flavor. But people still bought it. Like why? Like seriously. I mean, talking about this iPhone, right? If Apple personally built this, with diamond, right? The material is diamond. Then I could see maybe it's worth it, but it's not built with directly with diamond. It's just coding. It's just coding, man. It gets coded with diamond, and then the price is jacked up. Oh, I mean, come on, look, it's casing, man. Like what? What? Ridiculous. Probably not an official product anyway. Diamond dot color. Why not? Mercedes.
Number 8. Supercars are a pretty average thing for billionaires to own. I mean, who wouldn't want to buy a new Lambo or Ferrari if you had infinite money? This entry is taking that whole idea and pretty much cranking it to an entirely different level. Owned by the Saudi Prince Emir, this particular vehicle is a Mercedes SL 600, worth an estimated $4.8 million.
Like I said, it's just coding, man. It's just coding. Like what?
Since the prince was reported by Forbes as one of the top 10 richest people in the world, are we really surprised? $4.8 million is probably what he uses as toilet paper when you're that rich. This sick Mercedes is encrusted with 300,000 diamonds and is easily the most expensive car.
If Mercedes actually built this part with diamond, then I'm probably pretty impressed. But like I said, it's just coding, man. Nothing special about coding it. I mean, the process to code it is probably the process might be interesting to see, but seriously, it's not built 100% from diamond or gold. So yeah, like seriously, you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire, but you're interested in this kind of stuff. Like come on, man. Like if I have to like call it a hobby, not a hobby, like things you like, you just like things coated with expensive stuff, not built with expensive stuff, but coated with expensive stuff. Like that to me is just lame, man. Just lame. Solid gold bathroom.
And more specifically,
Dude, look at this bathroom, man. Why? Like seriously. You know what? I'm gonna call this hobby as gold coating things with expensive stuff. Like if you're a rich guy, a rich person, and you buy all this stuff, you're not interested in expensive stuff or whatever. You're interested in covering things with expensive stuff, man. kind of lame, if you ask me. Yeah, man, such a waste of money. Like, come on, can you like invest in education or something? I mean, I don't want to sound high and mighty, but seriously though, like, I mean, you don't seem to value your money, right? So why don't you just give it to people at this point? Like what? Um, oh, I heard about there's a home that someone bought. No, no, someone built. Like he's a rich guy too. He built and he built this $1 billion house, and for the purpose of selling it, but nobody sells it, but nobody has bought it, and it become just a waste of money, and he actually experiencing losses, I think. Expensive mention not sold. I'm not sure what to search. Oh, this one, I think. The most expensive house in the United States. Yeah, I think this one. Wait, what's the price? 300. Wait, I'm stuck at math. $300 million. What? Yeah, even yeah, it went unsold, right? Yeah, at least rich people here are not that dumb, because like seriously though, like look at how huge it is. Like, can you imagine? Yeah, this one. Can you imagine how many workers you need to like employ here if you wanna keep it? It's really huge. Does it say? Yeah, 105,000 square feet interior space, and that's just in the interior space. Sorry. What the hell? Like, who's going to maintain it, man? Like, you already paid 300,000 to own this, and then you probably have to pay another few $1 million to maintain it. Like, who the hell would find it, you know, worth it to keep this house? Stay in this house, man. Like, what? I think maybe if they turn it into a club, maybe it could be, something profitable or something. Name.
Special rooms. First, we're gonna check out the office. Now, before we get there, on our right-hand side, we have one of the staircases going up to the second floor, and coming here, we have the office. 25-foot high ceilings, skylight right in the center, walls of glass facing the views. We have water surrounding the entire room.
I mean, this kind of aesthetics is nice, but damn, it's boring, man. Like every house, like every rich house, always look like this. Am I wrong? Like if you go to a rich house, no, sorry, not go. You don't need to go to the to rich people's house. Like just look at the videos. Like look at videos, right? Like damn, they all look the same, man. They have this weird statue. Elephant tusk. That's a must. Seriously, boring, man, boring.
Room, and this
boring aesthetics.
Towards your motor court. Scale is amazing. We have the desk set up right in the center, and the entire room is complemented with Italian lacquer finish cabinetry with LED lighting that looks really sleek. And on top of that,
yeah, nice and sleek, but boring, man. Everyone's been doing it, dude. Boring.
Got the backyard in a bit, and coming here, we have the formal dining room area. Gorgeous table right in the center that currently sits.
I think it was sold as a place to live in. Like, who the hell wants to live here? Seriously, though. Just imagine just one family living here, and I don't think you will meet them. I mean, just thinking about normal people, right? I mean, sometimes they don't see each other for a long certain time, even though they're at the same house. I mean, and then you imagine this 105 square feet home. Like, man, I think you could go days or weeks without seeing your family if you live in here.
16 people,
What?
but I'm sure you can add a few more chairs on each side, chandeliers above, and again, just the scale, 25-foot high ceilings. Everything about this house is so grand. Now, I want to take everybody.
Everything in this house so grand. Not everything needs to be grand, man. It needs to be livable. Yeah, house needs to be livable, man. It needs to be, functional and livable. I mean, yeah, this is functional, but like, seriously, even like, just imagine if only one person live here. I mean, just think about maintaining it. I mean, cleaning it, man. And then, my brain hurts just thinking about this house. Like, why build it in the first place? I mean, you build it not for yourself to live in, but you want to sell it, and then no rich people want to buy it. Like, what a wasteful of everything, man. Resources, money. Like, oh. So yeah. What time is it? How long have I recorded? Oh, it's almost 1 hour. So I think I'm going to like stop here. Maybe we can talk about it more later. But seriously, man, rich people, like, seriously, submersible. I mean, even if it's like, I don't know, Stratus Ringgit, right? Like, Stratus Ringgit. I mean, you get to go to see Titanic. You get to like cruise around the underwater sea. Even then, I wouldn't. I want to spend 100 ringgit. Even if there's like free, right? Even if the ride is free, man, I would not want to go. I mean, I think Mr. Beast get invited to attend to go here to like ride this submersible, and he rejected it because it's just common sense, I think. Do not go into here. Like, why? Seriously, man. If you have money, use it wisely, man. Even if you can burn money, even if you can burn half of your money and still be a billionaire, don't waste it, man. It's these resources. You can use it to make a better world. I mean, even if you want to spend it on your own, right? You're not going to use your money. If you don't want to use your money for the advancement of humanity, then use it for something that is actually fun. Not like this. Like, seriously, why? Anywho, I think that's it for now. Thank you for listening to my rant, and I'll see you later. Bye.